All right, Coach, before we begin, we need a recap on the Randall family 3-on-3 basketball game.
Well, we, Rocco and Ruby and I were a team against Pam and Evelyn and River, and you would think that most people thought that the latter was going to win, but due to some swarming defensive performance by Ruby and Rocco, we held on to win 50-46. So I'm proud to say that once again we got the trophy back home where it belongs. I guess it's always home.
Did they call it an upset around the nation?
That was the word, but I don't pay attention to prognosticators and predictions. We just do what we do. We got our team, we stay in our locker room, we just focus. We were a process-based team, we got it done.
Absolutely. Shifting gears a little bit to intercollegiate basketball in the St. Leo realm, you got Barry University on New Year's Eve. Talk to us a little bit about the upcoming match.
Barry's a very good offensive team. They got a lot of length, and they've got some good explosive perimeter play as well. We'll have to going down there is a difficult place to get stops. You got to go down there and on New Year's Day, coming off of New Year's Eve, teams that are disciplined and go to bed and take care of themselves. So we'll gain an advantage certainly. Because it's unique coming off the break and then coming into a game like this. So certainly we've had some great games down there. I expect the same.
Speaking of advantages, most teams are playing 2 games, specifically conference games, into the New Year's weekend versus us playing 1. Any specific advantages of just having 1 team to prepare for versus 2?
Well, you have more time for certainly to assimilate back off the 7-day, the mandated NCAA break. So your practices have a little, maybe you have a little more fluidity. I mean, we've gone very hard these days, but I can't imagine how hard you have to go when you only have a couple days to prep for that first team. But there's advantages and different disadvantages inherent of not playing that first game. There's advantage of preparing for one team for sure, but there's the disadvantage of working some of the cobwebs out in that first game. So the second game you get a little more, you're more likely to have more of a cohesive group like you were playing before Christmas. So it's probably neither here nor there. There's some either way. So it comes down to it, to be honest with you, Angelo. I say to our guys, the toughest teams make the rules. You got excuses or not excuses. You get after it and figure it out. You get after it and try to win.
Speaking of going down there, tough places to play, I know Barry's been shooting the rock well a little bit, but one in particular, there's always that one sniper on every team. Nick Anderson is the guy this week, somebody who's averaging 50% from long range. Talk to us a little about the long range game and what's it going to take to stop him.
Well, he's one of the best shooters in the league and region, and probably one of the best shooters in the country. He's been since he was a freshman. But they have a lot more pieces than that, so you can't just focus on one guy. You definitely got to take that component out. And on the flip side, our guys we're top 5 in the country in field goal percentage among 340 teams in Division II. So they'll have their work cut out for them on that end as well. But we definitely got to be able to string together stops. You got to figure out how to do them consistently. And on the flip side, you got to be able to get to the line and find easy shots when you're on the road. And that's and take care of the ball. I mean, those are the key components to winning at any time, but certainly on the road in a great conference game.
Glad you mentioned just one piece of the component piece. Another thing we noticed too, the battle in the paint. Marty Jackson and Amari Haynes. How exciting is it going to be to see those two go up against one another?
Well, I mean, we just do what we do, to be honest with you. So there's a lot of really good players in this league, and fortunately we have some of them. And we got to continue to find ways to find great shots for them, and we need players to make plays. When guys are on the road, you have to be efficient. Like I was saying, you have to take care of the ball. You have to defend without fouling, make it difficult for them. You got to rebound, finish plays with rebounds. In a nutshell, in a very layman's explanation. But you also need players to make plays. You got to hit open shots, and you got to finish around the basket, and you're gonna have to come up with some big baskets at crucial time, because this league is tough. Like I said before, it's one of the best 1 or 2 leagues in the country, and every night is going to be just an absolute battle.